Oh my God, I can't believe it. This is the Moog factory, the original Asheville, North Carolina. I'm about to have a meeting with the peeps.
Mooger Fogers.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. This for me is a very important moment. Because I'm a Moog user since back in the early 80s. And now I'm an endorsed artist. Thank you guys, respect. This is Robert Moog. A big source of inspiration to me and for at least half a century of the music history. Ooh, now I'm ready to enter the paradise of synthesizers. So excited, you can't imagine.
Well, one reason you should be so excited, this is the only place in the world that Moogs are made. There's no other satellite office or warehouse. This is it. And last year we shipped about 20,000 units, and only 15 factory workers on the floor, all handcrafted, hand assembled. So that's a testament to how hard work these guys are. The quality that they put to it. And each area is set up in a section. Upstairs we have everybody from the engineers to the sales and marketing, the president, photographers. So we're all in-house. A total of 50 employees total for Moog Music. And it's a worldwide company. So that's quite amazing for just a small amount of people.
And the contribution that Moog gave to the music industry in the last half a century is enormous.
Monstrous.
The face of music.
For sure. Revolutionized it. And I want to take you guys over to the MIDI Moog. The MIDI Murph is going to do some filter patterns, so you can basically sing in it and it will create... These guys and these ladies and gentlemen work really hard. They've been doing it for quite a long time. TJ said it's going on 3 years. And they also move around to each different station, so they have capabilities to build any instrument that we have here, or the mobile programmers as well. For example, we had a Gaudi in here. I don't know if you saw about that. We made the Gaudis, but we also have white wood and electric blue, and this I have not seen with orange LED lights. That looks awesome. The electric blue LEDs, these are white LEDs, white wood. These are beautiful. I've not seen this one before, but there's always different styles and makes that they're making the mini.
Is this a Voyager?
Yes, it is. It's just a standard Voyager. These are the XLs. This is the standard mini Moog, the modern one.
Wow.
So yeah, there's custom ones being made, different styles for whatever somebody really wants, different styles of wood. You get these different custom LED knobs.
Rob just said that for me especially they're going to build a platinum one with gold.
There we go. The golden keys. And then the reason they're on right now is it's called a burn-in rack. It's pretty common in electrical instruments and machines. Any electrical component will fail within 24 to 48 hours. So we're going to run them for 24 to 48 hours. So if you were to get your mini Moog, and we don't want that to happen to you where like something will crap out. So we have that happen here. We'll get it back to the front of the line, make sure all the problems are alleviated and all ready to go. So I just want to point out the calibration. So in here, basically get the mini Moogs a blank slate. They have various tools like oscilloscopes to measure. They're going to make sure all the knobs work, the MIDI's working, the touchscreen.
Yeah, just over here. If you could bring it back to about yeah, the XL and the little fatty are both making noise right now.
There's a new track coming in.
It's very easy these days to have an electronic instrument make a sound like wow type sound. Very popular. When these sorts of sounds were first being heard by the general public, people were freaking out.
Feel free to.
I want it. It's got the beast right here. And this modular patch bay, I've just been getting into it. Take the headphone output and bring it back in and start modulating that way. And I never even thought to think of something like that.
Me neither.
And then he would go back in and then go to the stereo in, or this, and then just doing all this crazy stuff.
Whoa, okay.
So that just,
feedback.
yeah, and overdrive the circuit. And he said that was a common thing done with the original mini Moogs, yeah. Last synthesizer that Bob had a real play in before he passed. He helped design the sound engine for it. Very similar to the Moog, very smooth sounding. You may notice it only has 4 knobs, whereas other Moogs may have a lot more knobs. This is easy for live performance.
How many oscillators?
It's 2 oscillators. The Voyager has 3. So you have just the 4 knobs where you can change what you're going to be controlling through these buttons.
Yeah.
But for a live setting, it's really easy to perform. Bob never considered himself a musician. He considered himself a tool maker, and he really respected and loved what musicians did with his instruments. So everybody from Stevie Wonder to the Beatles to modern day artists like 9 Inch Nails and obviously Gaudi, he would love the different sounds and music created and the ways they express their emotions using his instruments. That's what really brought him joy. And really blew his mind to hear the type of music and sounds that were made, and I'm sure he would be very proud of Gaudi for the type of innovations he's done with his music and how he's changed, you know, has his own spin on electric dance music and his own dub style of music.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I just want to point out the service center over here, guys. Reason for that is you store how much quality checks are on the line, how much time is put into each instrument. So this is the work they have to deal with. Not all of it is even repairs. A lot of it's custom upgrades. You know, if they want those electric blue LED lights and they're a little fatty, they could get it switched out. For example, we have a little fatty over here with the. This is actually one of the special edition ones. Has wood on it with a Bob Moog autograph on it. This is a theremin I was talking about.
Oh wow!
This,
Oh my god, that's awesome. But is it? It's out of production, right?
It's out of production.
Right.
I believe this one he may have made under. He operated under a different company name as Big Briar. He lost the naming rights for quite some time, and before he regained those naming rights, he was a Big Briar, and his first instrument he came out was with the theremin.
Oh wow!
And we have this dirty old guy here. This is actually Jay-Z's mini Moog, destroyed in Hurricane Sandy. Unfortunately, you hate to see that to happen to a Moog. They're quality, but we can't submerge it underwater yet. Maybe one day we'll have a aqua Moog. Who knows?
Hello. ADSR? Where is it?
Right over here.
Okay.
Use this guy. This is your filter ADSR. This is your amplifier.
Musicians make contact with this board inside the instrument here. Not physical contact. It's not like they have it under their armpits, but there's something going around here that connects what's going here with what's going inside here.
Sounds really good.
You make rapid sounds, long sounds. You can play on a keyboard, you can play on the knobs, you can play on the touch surface. The quality of a musical sound is determined primarily by how the sound moves from beginning to end. Some sounds are very stable and others shimmer or build up and decay or vibrate in a variety of ways. And as a musician, you get to know which knob to reach for and turn when you want a certain kind of change.
He started actually building theremins at the age of 14. He would go to a catalog, mail order catalog, get them sent to him. He had a really interesting quote. He said, you know, back when I was a child, other kids would beat each other up or play soccer. I chose to build electronics.
Brilliant.
And he said he was obsessed. He was so obsessed that he actually was selling them to afford himself to go through college. Sold about 1,000 for $50 a pop. Wow. Eventually graduated from Cornell with a PhD in engineering. And he was taking them and actually building the cases with his father. They would chop down the trees and he would use that to build the cases. His mom would type on a typewriter for the manuals, and he was going door to door selling them, and started his first company that way as R.A. Moog. That was the first company name, selling theremins and guitar amplifiers up in Trumansburg, New York. But he started augmenting them so much that he started building the modular synthesizers and systems by taking parts of the theremins and building his own custom ones. And that's how it kind of birthed to a synthesizer, to make it his own instrument. And him and Herb Deutsch started talking about building something that was way more portable and accessible to musicians, because modular synths for most musicians were like, there's too many knobs, there's no keys, I don't know what's going on.
Jason, yes, thank you for the contribution. He's the man.